So I think the benefit of the softs over the hards will be gone. As we see Mike coming out of the pits now, and Kev. Kev's on the power up. Where is Pastina? That gap coming down, down, down. It's going to be under 9 seconds between 2 and 3. But this really played into Mike's hands. Mike's now got nearly 6 seconds over Kev. And Kevin with just enough fuel to get round, I think, I hope. Can I show Kiki? Yes, anything for you, KV. Kiki down currently in P10. But he's only 1.3 seconds behind No Hassle. So can he make it up to P9 for the handover? As we see Bert Hoban going in for the hards as well. And I thought he'd already run the hards. As those guys start their last lap. Meanwhile, at the front, we have Mike coming through the last corner. Ready for the handover at the end of his stint. That's Mike's 2 hours done.
I'm with Nick here.
And he's stationary.
And Nick's changing tires and he's refueling and off he goes.
We also have Kevin has stopped. And Pastina in as well. And stationary. Next up will be Slippy, a further 15 seconds back, but he's just approaching the pits now. The first of the Black Flag E-Racing guys.
So Nick out of the pits now. On
Slippy stationary, the Truth Serum will be next.
Lucas 6.3 seconds behind Nick here.
So the Truth Serum in and stationary, and Stormfly right behind him and stationary. Next in will be your teammate and partner, Speed Hunter. He's in and still.
DCT Bezo on the track, 24. Oh no, something is playing up here again.
Right. Bert Hoban entering the pits for the second of the GTS-V cars. And he's stationary.
So we have
and we have No Hassle and Kiki coming in together.
5 drivers on track.
We've got 10 in the pits here.
Slugsy out for Team Full Send.
Lil Nicky in and stationary.
Senna running for GTSV here, yep. ART Urban Fire running.
Just 2 more to come in here. We've got ART Hookers and Frederick.
Mile is out, Nicky P is out, Vesti is out. So yeah, 2 more drivers. We have Gelf and Roses, whose teammate disconnected, Shane disconnected for ML2, I think, in the first
stint. Yeah, they are.
So...
And here comes Hookers around into the pits, which just leaves Frederick then.
And we have Nick for ML1, amazing pace already on his first flying lap. Nearly 11 seconds ahead of Lucas here. What's going on here? It's definitely a sprint race. The first couple of laps here again. Wow.
Yeah, Nick does have incredible pace, but you do have to watch Lucas.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's a quick guy. Oh, Frederick still got another lap to go.
Right. Let's quickly jump through the grid. See the order here. We'll get to the team names later when I put on my cheat sheet.
Essential cheat sheets.
So,
Frederick's got damage again, and he's still got another lap to go after this one.
come on, buddy. No one's waiting for you. Cough, cough. Two drivers still in the pit, yeah. And Golf, and then Roses, who can leave the pits after the last driver entered the track.
Yeah, who
in
did
lobby
we lose
2.
in the first?
It
In the
was
first one.
MRL Shane.
Oh, it was Shane, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it
Yeah.
was. That's a shame.
That's a shame, yeah.
Oh, Frederick, another moment there.
Then, wait, another lap. Oh, okay. This will be
Yes.
Indian lap here, so it will be quite a tough ask for Roses.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough ask because Frederick
Yeah.
already 4 minutes and 40 seconds down on the leaders.
Yeah, same goes for Golf, his teammate. But hey, still just 2 hours in, 6 hours to go.
Give me a second, Randy. I will just see this in and I will share the stint link for stint 2 in this chat if you like, if I can. I think I can. And I'll make sure it gets up on the Discord channel as well.
Yep. Yeah, I think with Nick Racing as well, who put in the links for stint 1.
I will do it quickly
Someone
after
else
this.
will do it, yeah. That would be awesome. So, hello chat. Yeah, quite a few Black Friday racing friends in here. Good to see you. So who's the first one? I think it's Xer City? How to pronounce those names?
Try that, Randy. I've just posted the link. That should work.
So Frederick is now close to getting into the pits here, so that we can get all the drivers running. In the meantime, Nick 11.5 seconds ahead of Lucas.
And Frederick is finally in, so you can release the hounds.
And then I can focus on my stream now. So then, welcome to part 2 of the 8 hours of Watkins Glen, the ERF special event today. Group 3 racing as always, and after an exciting first part with very close racing between the top drivers, we now have a little gap between P1 and P2. Nick for MRL leading the way in his GTR. And we have Lucas for GTSV in the BMW. In P3 it's Bezo for DC team running, also in a GTR. We have Xer City. It's still tough to pronounce this name for me. Come on. So he's running P4, 23 seconds behind Bezo here. It's the first of BFER. Then we have Ishmael for Loose Moose Racing in the McLaren, running P5. P6 we have Sluxy, my teammate for Team Full Sand Racing. Go Sluxy, go!
Not biased at all.
Not at all, no.
Right, I'm going to quickly end my stream. Thanks everyone for joining, and don't forget to give Jaeger's stream, a like and a thumbs up, and I will see you all soon. Thanks again, Jaeger, for jumping in for Stint 2, and good luck.
Thank you for covering Lobby 1. Yeah. See you soon,
Take
buddy.
care. See you soon.
See you. Bye. So, back to this one. P7, we have the second BFER team with a J in the Porsche. Then GTSV Senna running in the Mercedes AMG. We have Mile 84, another GTSV team here, also in the AMG. Nicky P, he is running the second DC team, here also the AMG. Mr. Urban Fire for Team ART. We have another Porsche here, and we have West for Team the Glen, driving a McLaren 650S, and he's getting overtaken by leader Nick here. No drama here. Nick takes the inside, easy. So P13, we have Wooly for the second ART team. And Gelf is running in the third Emerald team in the BMW. And then finally we have Roses for ML2, who has to start from the back because of his teammate having a disconnect in race 1. So lots of work to do for Roses in here. Sir City, okay, thanks Black Flag Racing. Sir City. So even with traffic, Nick is increasing the gap here on his stint. Mid 44s, and I assume he's on the medium tires, but we'll quickly have a look at the information here. Get to see what the drivers are on for the first stint. So as expected, Nick is running the medium tires. Lucas the same. Oh, dipped into the 44s here, I think. If the timings on the right hand side are not wrong. So also next one, Bazo, also using the mediums here. Oh, the hard tires for Star City. Then Ishmael on the mediums, 46s. So quite a difference in pace compared to Nick here. And Sluxy on the mediums, slowly catching Ishmael here. Both race asylum drivers. They know each other very well from different leagues. We'll see if Sluxy can get that position here as well. Then Senna is running the mediums. Jay with the softs, so that is interesting strategy here. Starting on soft with a full tank, you might shred those tires very, very quickly. We will see how long he will get this set of tires last. Mile on the mediums. Nicky is also running the medium, so medium tire seems to be the go-to tire for most of the drivers for stint 1. West is running the mediums as well. Urban Fire here doing the same. mediums for the opening stint. Wooly also running mediums for ART in the Jag. Gelf in the BMW, also on the mediums. And Rose is now on to the softs, so I think he was just doing one lap on the hards, and now he's pushing on those soft tires. I'll try to close the gap to Gelf at least in front. But yeah, two to three laps down here. This might be a difficult task here for now. So get rid of tire information and focus on the race again. So Nick steadily increasing the gap here to Lucas, and just drive on board with Nick in the GTR on this lovely racetrack here in America. Such a nice flowing track. Oh, revving the car. Don't really cares about fuel by the looks of it. Smooth run here. And he's facing lapped traffic again. You see those blue flags? Nice lines through here. Still looking at a high 44, low 45 lap time by the looks of it. So more than 14 seconds now the gap to this one. Hey, end station. Number 11, yeah, let's jump to number 11. Oh, Sluxy, 1 second behind Ishmael. Here we go. Team Full Send Racing. Sluxy, who is a late reserve for the team today. So thank you, buddy, for stepping in. And he caught up to Ishmael quite quickly. So now right behind Ish. Gap coming down to half a second. And he might have to run into the bus stop now. See Sluxy giving Ishmael a slight hint. Buddy, I'm here. Yeah, a very good choice, to be honest, to have him as a reserve. So now I don't think the gap is close enough to go for a move here. But consistent lap times here, but nowhere near the pace Nick is doing, and already more than 1 minute behind the leader. Insane pace from the top runners once again during those ERF races. So the gap to the city, nearly 17 seconds. So, and the gap behind them almost 10 seconds, so they can focus on this little battle, I guess, but probably they shouldn't do this that early in the stint. So they might just need to get a feel for the car, for the conditions, the tire wear, the fuel consumption here in actual race pace to see what it's like. It's close lap times between those two drivers. Not much separating them. One of the keys here is also avoiding penalties. So out of T1, it's so easy to run wide and catch a half a second to a second penalty. And also if you don't get the bus stop right, you cut it too much, you also get a track limit penalty, and the penalty zone is quite unforgiving on this track. It will stay until the penalty zone for them, but it's now coming after the uphill right-hander, so uphill into an acceleration zone. You lose more than the amount you get for cutting it. So we have P3 visiting the pits quite early, to be honest, but looks like this will be the same strategy as his teammate. Here, mediums and then go softs, probably. Or was there some damage involved? I don't know. So the gap to Sir City is definitely coming down, but he is on the hards, and Ishmael and Sluxy, they are running the mediums here. So we were with Senna 9 seconds, so yeah, I think the gap stays around the same to Sluxy here, not gaining or losing too much overall. Jay more than 20 seconds behind Senna. And facing some blue flags here, it's Nick, the race leader, cutting through the field. Mile in P9. Bit of a no man's land here for now. Nikki also more than 4 seconds. It looks like West has a good run here. Might cut away a few tenths. Here, let's see the lap times here. Mid to high 46s, 47s, and Nikki in the 47s. So yeah, maybe West is a little bit faster here. And then Urban Fire 17 seconds, and then we have the big gap over 1 minute to his ART teammate. But rival today, Wooly in the Jag, and Gelf more than a lap, probably 2 laps down already. And Roses is on a mission here. He's definitely catching Gelf. So at least P14 will be his goal. And it looks like achievable for Roses. So Nick, 16 seconds the gap now. So we are probably looking at pit loss 25 seconds with tire change, and then depending on how much you refuel, some extra seconds. So if they're going for half a tank of fuel with the short soft stint, so we are looking around 30 seconds probably. If you put in more fuel, then could get up to 35 seconds. So, but Nick is on a good way to get this extra lap, this extra pit stop in here with his pace. Still running in the 45s. Lucas is on still in the 45s most of the time, but yeah, loses I think consistently half a second a lap to Nick. And also now many cars on track. We have a huge gaggle of cars there. Let's see if we can catch those. No, that's not. Probably here in this area, judging the minimap. So lap traffic. Jay, yeah, we will run with Nick, who needs to get past those back markers. And there's also another group of cars here. We'll see if we can catch them. Lucas is in this one here. Behind West now. Bezo quite on his own here. Sur City still in P4. Gap is down to 8.6 seconds. Oh, Ishmael. Kiki, no, I can't adjust the settings as I'm streaming directly off the PlayStation. But let me have a look if I can adjust it a little bit. No, that was the wrong. I think see. So maybe it's probably a bit too loud. So a bit more engine sound for you. Hope this is better. But then I need to talk louder. But it's all good. Just give me a thumbs up if this sounds better. At least in my output on my headphones, it sounds louder. So Ishmael and Sluxy, they are still close here. Just within the slipstream here, Sluxy. And the gap is coming down to Sur City here. So what did we miss? We have Senna in the pits, out on softs, if I was not mistaken. The gap behind Sluxy, 31 seconds. So he still can focus on catching Ishmael here, but Ishmael now running away with it by the looks of it. So lap 16, we might bring on the tire information now to see how those tires are looking. Oh, Sluxy with a big wiggle here, loses probably another half a second for this one. So and also penalty. Oh, come on, game. He already lost quite some time here, giving him another penalty. But that's how the game works. We know it. And Ishmael is the tire whisperer. Look at this. And amazing to see what you can do if you're looking after your tires. So he might actually do one pit stop less compared to the other drivers here with his driving style. So I know him from quite a few races and also longer races, and he's always good with saving tires and fuel. So this must be a dream for Ishmael, I think, this race. So Nick into the pits. His front left is done, so driving a bit more aggressive here, but also very, very fast. So what's Nick doing? Didn't catch the tires, but it will update in a second here, I think, to see. Mediums again. Okay. So we'll see the gap to Lucas. It was, I think, something about 17 seconds. Now it's 14, 15 seconds. So, okay. Just above 30, 32 seconds, let's say. 32 seconds pit loss for Nick. But he still is ahead of Bezo. Bezo also looking really good, those mediums. He did an early pit stop, but not sure. Did he start on the hards and now is running the mediums? Already forgot. Sorry about that. So City's tires on the hards, just think around the 50% mark here. Is definitely doing the long stint on the hard tires. Ishmael, nearly the same tire wear with his rear left. DMR is using the rear tires a bit more compared to the Porsche here. Sluxy now still running on lap 18. I might do another lap on those mediums. Senna, one of the first drivers at the the top end here of the grid to use the soft tire, so we did see someone further down the grid on the opening stint, but here we go, soft tires. Mile. Now those tires aren't looking that good anymore. You will probably get rid of them very soon. Maybe one more lap. Best also doing a good job. So the McLaren seems to be not too shabby on those tires. We have a battle at the back. Let's see. Not really. No, Roses. He was 14 seconds behind Gulf at some point, but something happened here. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just the timing delta not up to speed here. So now Lucas into the pits. So 20 laps on those mediums for Lucas in the BMW. So how much did he refuel? Looked like a bit of a shorter stint now. We will see in a second. So Nick, upper position. Bezos, yep, softs and half a tank of fuel. So Sir City is pitting here. Ishmael now upper position into P4. Sluxy doing another lap. Okay, he's feeling confident on those tires. Looks like. 20 laps on those mediums. Not an issue for Sluxy. Oh, well done already. Senna will stay out for 6, 7, maybe 8 more laps, probably, on those softs. And so City is now running the mediums. Alright, so let's get back to the race info and get back to the lead. So Nick's still in the lead after the first round of pit stops. Bezo jumped Lucas here, but I think Lucas will catch Bezo here. Lucas is on the softs, fresh softs. Bezo on worn mediums now. Get an onboard impression here. Very basic cockpit in the BMW. Not much going on here. So this is probably his first flying lap on the softs after his out lap. And yeah, you took out half a second through this part. I don't think Bezo will fight this. He will probably know Lucas is on the softer tire compound now, fresh tires. Looks like now an easy run into the next braking zone. And easy pass for Lucas here. So we will use the replay. No? We don't use the replay? Okay. So it actually didn't register my save replay. So we'll use it some point later. Here, so Sluxy behind Sir City here, 5.5 seconds. Looks like to be his out lap. So we have definitely some different strategies in here, different stint length for those drivers. Ishmael now 22 laps on those mediums. Will he do the same? Here, if he does 22, 22, 22, that's 66, 2 under hards. Could look like a strategy. He's on to the hards now. Okay, early. Senna will be close here. So the opening lap, and I also think the second lap on the hard tires will be a little bit of a struggle here to get those temperatures into those tires. Let's see if Senna can close that gap to Ishmael here. Yeah, see the delta on the left hand side coming down. Probably also the traction out of this uphill right-hander. Oh, a little bit of oversteer here, but the torque of the AMG is so good. See Ishmael go in defensive. Can Senna hang it around the outside? Not yet, but Ishmael defending this position very hard. But now the move. So I'm actually not sure why Save Replay doesn't work today. I definitely pressed the key. But it was a nice move here, Senna, with more grip compared to Ishmael here. But that's the difference. Here, yeah, Bazo lost that position to Lucas here now. And already 5.8 seconds behind now, so Lucas back into P2 for GTSV. 44.2, that's a nice lap, and yeah, Roses with the fastest lap of this race so far, 43.8. We saw 42.8 in lobby 1 as the fastest lap time, so still a second off, but early in the race 43s are a really good pace. Nick is still running very comfortably here. Nearly 17 seconds the gap. And we'll see. So Senna 2.5 seconds now. So question will be, how long will Ishmael stay on those soft tires? Will he go for a long stint on those hard tires, or just a short 2 to 3 lap stint? We'll see. Another lap here. Then Sur City. Let's have a look at the deltas. He's catching Ishmael, but I think also Sluxy is slowly catching Sur City here. 4.5 seconds the gap. So this battle P5, 6, 7, it might heat up towards the end of the race here. For now, I don't think we have any close battles on track. We will just quickly jump through the field here. Bazo into the pits. P3. Let's see if we have someone that's actually fighting for a position here for now. No, still big gaps between the cars right now during this phase of the race. Bazo now going onto the softs, aggressive strategy here as well. We go more than 1 minute now between Urban Fire and Wooly, so this gap stays around the same. And Roses is past Gulf here, so we did see a position switch here at the back. And it looks like Bazo stays in P3 after his pit stop as well. See the gaps. 41 seconds behind Lucas and 18 seconds ahead of Senna. Soft tires now, so the gap should come down a little bit to Lucas ideally, and also he should increase the gap to Senna here. And it looks like Ishmael has committed for a longer run on those hard tires. Probably if he doesn't come into the pits on this lap, he will stay out for quite a while. Senna into the pits. Softs. Oh, he was on the softs. So I thought he was on the mediums, so I was mistaken here. So I think Sir City will jump Senna here, and also Sluxy could get close. Sluxy gained a few tenths on Sir City here. Oh yeah. It's a long exit here. Sluxy already up the asses. There should be 10 to 11 seconds here the gap, yeah. Maybe even 12 when they approach the bus stop. So what's still no real battle in eyesight so far. This might get closer between Sir City and Sluxy at some point. Still nearly 4 seconds, but the trend looks like Sluxy is catching a little bit. And the gap to Ishmael is also slowly coming down. Ishmael running the hards, Sir City, Sluxy on the mediums. Oh, now this is his lap. Okay, so it looked like 4 laps on the hards, and now it's time to go aggressive again for Ishmael here. Okay. So he will lose P4 momentarily, but still think he's on a good strategy here. Oh, this is not going too good here. Oops. Was a little bit of contact between those two cars. It was lapped traffic here for Sir City, and he lost more than a second with this little incident. No damage, but yeah, I think the IRT driver wanted to get out of the way, but then was just caught on the apex, couldn't go anywhere. Bad timing here by the looks of it, but this gives Sluxy the opportunity here. See now, easy pass here. This time under 2 seconds the gap now. Okay, we might have a battle. At some point. Just a quick look behind. More than 9 seconds to Senna, and Ishmael 13 seconds behind, and 11 seconds to Chase. So nothing to worry for now. Let's see if Sluxy is pushing by the looks of it. Gained another 2/10. 1.6 the gap now. Back to the front where we have Nick. He lost a few seconds here. I think it was around 17 seconds at some point. And yeah, Lucas is on the soft tires, so he needs to gain a little bit on Nick here, who is running the mediums still. And then there's a big gap to Bezo. 42 seconds and another 42 seconds to Surf City here. So a top two maybe with strategy could get closer. Bezo in a race on his own, apart from lapping other cars here. And this might heat up now. The German manufacturers, Porsche versus BMW. And Sluxy is just creeping into the slipstream now. Both are running on the mediums. Surf City did the first stint on the hards, Sluxy on the mediums. So Sluxy still needs to do the hard tires at some point. So still a slight advantage for the City here, but for now we have a little battle going on. Under 1 second the gap now. Slipstream is helping Sluxy to close that gap. Can he stay close through the S's now? 0.8, 0.9. Yeah, he should gain now. A little bit. Porsche has good traction. Yeah. Still 0.8. Chicane might be tricky for MR cars here. Okay, so Sluxy gained another 10th here, but loses on the exit. That's an up and down. Looks, yeah, very, very even. Over 1 lap, the pace. So just avoided to run wide here. Sluxy can feel it now, I think, and in the background we see Nick. We see the blue flags here for the drivers. Nick is still 4 to 5 seconds away, but this might impact this battle here. Point 6 now, very good run through the final turn here. Up the hill now, the BMW should gain a little bit. Yeah, slipstream effect is stronger now, 0.5, maybe down to 0.4 when they arrive at the bus stop. Oh, Surf City struggling. I think he didn't get a track limit penalty for that, but was close to running wide, and now Sluxy right behind Surf City on his bumper, trying to get the run out of the right-hander. 0.2. Will we see a dive into the braking zone? Sluxy is looking, showing his nose. No, not going for that move yet. Again, Surf City running wide there a little bit. Was again close. Now Sluxy is really putting on pressure. Looking down the inside again, trying to scare City into a mistake. 0.3, 0.2. Will Sluxy has the run into T1? No, still not quite there. And maybe now. He should be in a perfect position now, I think. Will City defend this? No, he's not going to the inside. Sluxy will have that run, taking the inside line here. Later on the brakes. Oh, they're going side by side into the bus stop. Really? So unfortunately, my replay key is not working, and I have no clue why. But nice move here, Sluxy upper position. Would love to show you those replays. And now Nick is here. So City needs to get out of the way very soon. He does it very early here. But this might help Sluxy even more. A car between him and City now, and he still is ahead of Nick. Doesn't need to let him pass for now. So looks like maybe into the bus stop where Nick gets this opportunity. So probably Sluxy won't lose that much time. I think he's still not close enough. See the gap, 2.5 seconds between Sluxy and City. So another lap behind Sluxy for Nick here, but he's in no rush here at all. 46 seconds, the gap to Lucas. Lucas pitted, I think, on the previous lap. Yeah. But still, with 30 seconds-ish, a pit loss, Nick is still fine. And probably his tires aren't that good anymore. We'll have a quick look on them. Yeah, so fuel is low, tire wear is high, so probably that's why he's not really catching Sluxy that fast. So Lucas again on the soft tires, pushing, getting past his GTSB teammate, also with the run. Traffic, no issue here, I think. Easy pass. Nick into the pits now. Bezo still a bit of a no man's land. But Sluxy gained quite some time here on Bezo. 15 seconds to gap. Just okay. Bezo was in the pits. Okay, this is his outlap probably, so that's why Sluxy is gaining. So far, tires looking good. Ishmael on the softs now. Okay, Ishmael doing mediums, hards, and now softs. Senna, another soft tire runner here in P6. Hey, Pistina. Well done on your stint, mate. great pace. Also, Mike, what a run, what a stint, great pace from you as well here. You definitely deserve that beer now. Sir City on a fresh set of medium tires here, so it's hards, mediums so far for him. Mile probably midway through his medium stint in P8. And we have Jay chasing him, but his tires are nearly dead, so probably won't be running any longer on this one. At max one more lap, probably. I will stay with him. Yeah, Mike, really close racing throughout most of the stint there at the front. Insane pace from you guys there. Nice watch. So the next gap between West and Nicky, 10 seconds. West can run a few more laps here. Nicky as well. Urban Fire with a lonely race so far. Not really able to fight for positions after the handover. I think Wooly is catching a little bit, but he's nearly at the end of tire life here on his stint, so maybe we'll see a pit stop here as well. And then we have Gelf and Roses, who are also on different strategies. Here Roses was ahead of Gelf at some point, now back at P15, but looks like he's pushing those softs really hard to get that position. It was quite a gap, I think, to Gelf here, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. So Nick also now switched to the soft tires. After doing medium, now softs. And the gap has come down to 11 seconds, so this is basically where we started the stint. Was around 10 seconds or so when we had the handover, the driver change. And Nick now going for the fastest lap here. Purple sector 1. Oh, his Roses ahead of him. I think Roses will get out of the way now before the next braking zone. Yep. And again, purple, sector 2. We could see probably a mid 43 for Nick here. Lucas is not really losing too much here on Nick. Still 11.5 seconds. Oh, on the edge there. I think he just kept it within the track limits. And this should be the fastest lap of this stint. 43.5. I think Lucas with a high 43, maybe a low 44. Bazo P3 still has nothing to worry. The gap to Slugsy still big enough. 2 seconds, but Slugsy with a good drive here so far. Through the first half of the stint. He has Ishmael behind catching on the soft tires. So Ishmael in doing 45s here. Slugsy doing 46s, now close to dropping into the 47s here. So it looks like he might come into the pits now. I think Slugsy did 20 laps on the opening stint, so on 19 with lap 1 being a formation lap. So it looks probably get to lap at least 38, maybe 39. And see Senna in P6 also a nice gap for him. Nothing to worry here. Sure City also in a bit of no man's land here. 10 to 9 seconds the gap in front and behind. Mile over 20 seconds in front of Vesti. Vesti to Nicky 6.2 seconds, and Nicky seems to be gaining here on West. Probably also the tires will look differently here. Offsetting strategies probably. So yeah, Nicky gaining quite a few tenths here on West on his stint. Then there's also a big gap to Jay, 30 seconds. And at the back, there are the huge gaps. Still more than 40 seconds to Urban Fire. Then over 1 minute to Wooly, who was at the end of his stint last time, where it was about 40 seconds, now over 1 minute again. So new stint for him. And also the gap between Gelf and Roses, 7 seconds. Roses into the pits again, get a new set of boots, and then away we go here. So Nick improved that fastest lap last time around, 43.3. Oh, his teammate did a 42.8 on his stint in lobby 1. So can Nick find another half a second? At least 4 tenths to get into the 42s. We will see if he's on a fast lap when he comes around this corner. Nope, not on a faster lap here as well. Lucas facing traffic, probably losing a bit more time here again. Nearly 13 seconds now, the gap. Bezo on his own still. The gap to Slugsy increased again over the last 3 laps. Now from 18 to 22 seconds, so Slugsy's tires must be toast now. Could be his in-lap. Hey Yupe, hello. How are you? Ishmael also is catching Slugsy here. Gap is under 10 seconds now. Exactly, Juppé. Go, Sluxy, go. So yeah, I expect Sluxy to pit this lap. It's into the 47s here on those mediums, so we see the tire drop. So he will lose around 30 seconds, probably 32 seconds. So we have roughly 9 and then 30. So he will stay ahead of the city here, by the looks of it. Just lose the position to Ishmael. And yep, he's pitting. Now tricky pit entry here at the Glen. So here's Sir City. 39 seconds behind Sluxy for now. We'll see. Sluxy still refueling. Sir City now coming around the final corner. I think Sluxy is leaving his pit crew now. Sir City on the start finish straight. Where is Sluxy? Still pit lane. Oops, here we go. Sir City coming around T1. Sluxy loses that position to Sir City. So it was nearly 40 seconds that pit loss. Okay. But Sluxy put in lots of fuel here. Probably a full tank. Oh, 3 seconds to Sir City. I think he will gain this eventually throughout his stint. Gap to Senna more than 20 seconds. Nothing to worry for Sluxy here. Oh. Not the ideal run through the bus stop here, but just made it within the track limits. West 10 seconds behind, and Nicky, he was catching West, and look at that, under 3 seconds the gap. Nicky in the AMG, Westy in the McLaren. And the gap is still coming down, 2.7 seconds here. Oh, behind Nicky, mile 15 seconds and 2.3 seconds gap to Jay. So we also might see a little battle for P10 and 11. We will stay with Nicky for now. He seems to be gaining quite a lot. Oh, West is pitting, so there goes our battle. Oh, then we'll stay with Marl and Jay. .6 seconds between those two drivers. Oh, 3 seconds now, a little mistake here into T1. Mild with a good run. See what's happening at the back. Roses 27 seconds behind Galf, so when Galf pits, Roses will pass him here, probably, so still the fight for P14, P15 will be going on till the end here. Different pit stop strategies here. We'll see what will be happening. Wooly lost some time here to Urban Fire. Oh, and missed that bus stop here, unfortunately. Oh, and then got dirty tires spun. Oh no. This just went from bad to worse here for Wooly. So needs to get a safe rejoin here. Okay, that worked. So Urban Fire sees some blue flags, so I think I just saw Sluxy behind. And we have Sluxy and Ishmael. Ishmael now right behind Sluxy. And I think both are catching the city here, so P4, 5, 6 could get interesting. Here Nick, leader, pitting now for fresh softs. What's Lucas going to do? He is also pitting, okay. So P1, P2 on the same strategy now, by the looks of it. 2 seconds to the city, Sluxy and Ishmael on a mission to get P4. Let's get on board here on the McLaren. You can see Ishmael is clearly seeing Sluxy and also the city right in front of him on the straight. And now Sluxy is within the slipstream. Oh, Sluxy, Ishmael with a nice run here. Lost a little bit time. Looked better initially, but still he's here. Will we see a double overtake here? Sluxy and Ishmael definitely faster than Sir City. Oh, a little bit wide there at the front. And here we go. Let's jump outside the TV camera. 0.3 separates each of the 3 drivers. Again, Sir City struggling to get the power down, loses a little bit of momentum here. So Ishmael right behind Sluxy here on his trumpet, looking to get the run around the outside slipstream. Sluxy covering the inside. Ishmael using the slipstream. Who is later on the brakes? Sluxy will stay ahead for now into the bus stop. I think Sluxy would have loved to get the slipstream there, but he needed to defend that position. And there's lap traffic ahead of those 3 cars, so fingers crossed they all will get past safely here. The ATO, Sluxy was looking down the inside. maybe compromised his run. I think he should have still... he should defend from Ishmael here rather than attack Sir City. And the Woolly in the Jag now right in front. Oh, Sluxy looking down the inside here into the turn. No, it's not working. Now there's Ishmael now with the run on the inside. No, Woolly getting out of the way. Nice one, buddy. And here we go. Next attempt. Again, 0.3 separates those three cars. So City defending the inside, Sluxy looking around the outside, and Ishmael now with a great run. Oh, did Sluxy stay within the track limits? I'm not so sure. Side by side between Ishmael and Sluxy, and Ishmael is past. A little bit of contact there. Oh, is Sluxy still ahead? Who gets the slipstream? Who gets the slipstream? It might be Sluxy here. Sluxy might have the slipstream. Yep, I think he will stay ahead of Ishmael. For now. What a battle, guys. What a battle. Different strategies from all of those three drivers, and look where we are. Oh no, Sluxy has the inside for this turn. A robust move down the inside. So City... he will stay ahead of Ishmael here probably. Yep. So, whoa. Back and forth. Sluxy covering the inside early. Again, yeah, what a fight. We saw a similar fight in Lobby 1 for the top positions. Now here we go again, a three-way battle midway through this race. Oh, we'll watch Ishmael's point of view once again. See, a little bit of lag here still going on. Can Ishmael get the run here? Yeah, looks like he has a good run. Outside, Ishmael side by side. Now inside into T1. Sluxy has a little gap here. And Ishmael is ahead. Nice move. The gap to Sluxy, 1 second. So Sluxy he's not getting away with it that easy, unless Ishmael and City will keep on fighting here. Yep, it looks like Ishmael needs to go defensive here once again. Yeah, sorry we don't get to see all the other cars at the moment, but this is an intense and great battle. We need to stay on with it. I think you all agree with me on that. But just looked like Sir City now is made a little mistake, or his tires are giving up. So he's dropped a few tenths here, and looks like he's out of that fight for now. So it's up to Ishmael to catch Sluxy again, and also the gap to Bezo, I think it was it that low? 35 seconds at some point? I think it was over 40, even 50 seconds at some point, so not sure. Maybe it has a chance for a team Full Send and team the Glen to catch DC team here after the 8 hours. So yeah, we are just over 1 hour and 20 minutes, I think, into this race. So 40 minutes still to go, and then 4 more hours. Two more stints as well for those drivers. So quickly jump to the leader. So the gap increased now again over 20 seconds now. Okay, so City is pitting. So maybe the tires were the issue then to keep up with Sluxy and Ishmael. Nick, the fastest lap, 43.2. He's getting closer to that 42 for sure. And Lucas is into the 44s now. I think he pitted. Now he's on the mediums now. Let's have a quick look. No, he's still on the softs. So not sure. So he did put in some faster lap times. Pretty sure he was already into the 43s. We'll see. Maybe he had some traffic. 44.0 isn't too shabby at all, but compared to Nick, loses a bit of time here. Bezo on the mediums now, running 45s, and Sluxy and Ishmael. Sluxy, okay, mediums versus softs again. Sluxy going defensive, keeping that position for now, but now maybe Ishmael has to run up the S's into the bus stop. We'll see. But Sluxy will defend that position, committing to the inside line early, I think. Yep. Forcing Ishmael the long way around. No, not working here. Again, good defensive driving. And we saw it earlier. So if you can position your car here very, very well, it's really tough to get an overtake done. And this is exactly what Sluxy is doing, defending his position on the medium tires compared to Ishmael on the softs. Resistance, you will be fine. Come on, you have quite a gap to play with. So just be relaxed, enjoy your stint, mate. You will be fine. What? This fight is still raging on here for the last 6-7 laps, I think now. Sluxy really doing a brilliant job here, defending the position again, sticking it to the right hand side into T1 now, into the bus stop, and oh no, did curse my teammate again. No, why? Sorry Slux, sorry team. Sluxy spun it on the curb. Oh no. And he has damage now, engine damage as well. Ah, that's a shame. Big F in the chat, please, for Sluxy there. Oh no. So, no, the strategy is out of the window now, I think. And so City will capitalize on that mistake. This is gaining massively on Sluxy here, and Sluxy needs to crawl back into the pits, repair the damage, and see what's possible till the end. So he will lose position to City, also to Senna, and maybe even Mile here. So from a possible P4 down to P8 here. One tiny little mistake caught that curb. But yeah, that's racing. So Sluxy now finally into the pit stop, lost so much time here. I think Ishmael will be pleased to get that position, but not in that way. So he knows Luxy very well. I think they are good friends, racing for Race Asylum and on many different occasions in different leagues. So I think both enjoyed that battle as long as it lasted. So let's see. Damage limitation for Sluxy and Team Full Send Racing. Racing softs now, okay, yeah, so let's push Sluxy. So also Nick's soft tires will come to an end in the near future. 2 more laps probably. Lucas, his tires are looking better. Might run a little longer, but Nick is at 25 seconds and he is close to having the extra pit stop on Lucas here. So we have Sluxy down to P8 behind Mile. Bezos still in a very comfortable position, 36 seconds ahead of Ishmael, who sees the blue flags, and Lucas will pass him here into the bus stop. So then Sur City P5 on softs here. Senna 18 seconds behind on fresh mediums, and here's Mile 2.6 seconds behind on worn mediums, 46s, and Sluxy now is trying to push to the max on those softs to catch Mile here. Next driver is Nicky with a solid race up to this point. Arden, yeah, I couldn't help it. So, and it's the worst point is that it's my friend and teammate. I put on this stupid curse when doing comms. So. So then bigger gaps again between the drivers. West 25 seconds behind Jay, P11. Urban Fire in P12. And Wooly P13. So they're still struggling to close that gap to the drivers ahead. And Gelf and Roses are having still the battle for P14 and 15 towards the end. They're again on different strategies here. We will have to wait and see. So Nick now low on fuel, tires are pretty much done. So I expect him to pit now. He's going for one more lap by the looks of it. Okay. Lucas should also be good to do 2 to 3 more laps here, by the looks of it. Bezo, he won't get to the end on that. One more stop at least. Fuel and new tires. Ishmael, 2 more laps probably. the gap between P4 and P7. So Ishmael 27 and 18, that's 45, and 5, that's 50 seconds-ish around. And Slugsy is catching mile here. Definitely 44.5, his personal best on the softs. So the gap will come down to P7 once Slugsy got past mile here. But it's more than a pit stop, definitely. So Slugsy in slipstream again, and difference soft tires versus worn medium tires. AMG versus the BMW. Will Mal defend this one? I don't think so. Might stay ahead of Slugsy here coming into the bus stop. But then again, Slugsy will get him after the exit of this corner probably. More traction around the outside. He will hang it around probably. Nice driving here. And now he should be in a better position. Oh, onto the grass here. A little tap here. Watch out for dirty tires now. Still good, but we... And yeah, I said watch out for dirty tires. So Slugsy spun it again. So maybe I should just skip Slugsy now. Don't commentate on him here. Oh. Damn, it happened again. Oh. Yeah, probably Slugsy a little bit too aggressive there. I wanted to get this position. So maybe. But yeah. So let's see what Slugsy going to do now. Pit, repair damage, stay out. He's staying out. See maybe one more lap. How much time will he actually lose? That's unfortunate again, but still we have over 4 hours left to race. The team full send can still gain a few position or lose some in the next stints, who knows. So in the meantime, Nick was in the pits on the softs again. Lucas now coming into the pits. So Nick back and we'll stay on this for now. So Lucas will stay ahead of Bazo here, probably. Yeah, but Bazo nearly a lap down here. There's Nick. So top two teams running in a league of their own. Another run on the softs for Lucas. Sir City back to P4 and Ishmael P5. So I expect Ishmael to catch the city by the end of his stint. 8 seconds seems to be a lot, but fresh tires now for Ishmael is doable. Also, Senna with a quiet race, but very consistent, and just 8 seconds behind, or 9 seconds behind Ishmael. Mile another 10 seconds behind Senna here, and probably we should see the next phase of pit stops now for the other drivers. Slugsy still running P8 ahead of Nicky. Not really gaining on Mile here with his front damage. But also not really losing too much time to Nicky here. Jay over 18 seconds behind Nicky, so again a big gap for the other drivers. Best 28 seconds behind in the McLaren. Maybe we will see the gaps coming down a little bit after the final round of pit stops. Both ART cars with Urban Fire and Wooly P12 and 13 where they started. And Glen Roses at the back, 8 minutes behind the leader. I think they're 3 laps down on ART or so. Still a tough race for those two drivers, but they will stick to the end, and their teammates will hopefully also enjoy this endurance race and hopefully get into some battles later on. So Nick now with a 43.0, he is getting closer to this 42. Really chasing a time. Surge City now pitting, so Ishmael will jump him back into P4 now. Just stay with Nick here for this lap to see if he can improve on his lap time. If we can catch an even faster lap. Oh, it doesn't show if it's personal best purple or whatever. It just showed us a split time. So we have to wait for the next one to see. Oh, this is not going to be a faster lap. A little bit too much sliding here. But just 3 tenths down, so until then looked like a really fast lap. Still should be in the 43s here, maybe 44s. Just in the 43s. Lucas 27 seconds behind. .44s for him most of the time. Very solid pace, but just no match for Nick. Bezo has 33 seconds to play with to stay out of Ishmael and give his teammate a nice cushion for his stint. And the gap between Ishmael and Senna, just 10 seconds. So we should see close racing between those two teams over the next few hours, hopefully. 10 seconds. It's not too bad. Then the gap, Senna 2 mile, 14 seconds. Next gap, then we have 5 seconds between mile and Surf City. And then between Surf City and Slagsea, 37 seconds. Okay, I think Slagsea now on his final stint. Let's see what's the gap to Nikki, 12 seconds. So yeah, looks like Slagsea is on the hard tires now. It did this pit stop and now get to the end on the hards, I would assume. Three minutes 30, that's nearly 2 laps down here by the looks of it. And Slagsea will actually gain a little bit on Mile here, who's doing his final pit stop by the looks of it. From mediums to whatever tire he needs to run, probably the hards. Not sure if he did them already or if he can use another tire. Also 9 racing laps, he still could run the softs. If he already did the hards, we will see in a second. No, he's using the soft. He's not using the softs, the hards, that way around. So what's the gap then? It should be around 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. We'll see. Yeah, under 15, under 10 seconds. Okay, not too bad. So maybe Slagsea can put in some solid laps towards the end. The gap to P7 might come down to just a few seconds to give his teammate an early battle for the next stint. Then Nikki and West, also about 11 to 12 seconds. The gap here. Oh, there we have a move. Jay up a position against West into the bus stop. We just saw the end of that move, but it looked like a textbook overtake into the bus stop. Maybe Jay is on a faster compound here. It's a nice run here. Just see what's happening at the back. Gareth is still ahead of Roses, 25 seconds. Nick with another overtake, lapping another car here. Again today Nick in a league of his own, and close behind on pace it's Lucas. But Lucas lost over the course of this race nearly 20 seconds. That's not too bad, but yeah, still no match for Nick today. So team MRL1 really looking strong with a great opening stint from Mike and Nick taking over and increasing the gap, and the next two drivers they have in store for us are not really that much slower compared to those ones. So they have Clarkey and Welchie in place. So yeah, a really, really strong team today, MRL1. So I don't think we have any close battles at the front. So 1.5 minutes nearly the gap from Lucas to Bezo, who is lapping consistently. Lost about 3 seconds to Ishmael so far on his final stint, but still looks comfortable. And Ishmael to Senna, increasing that gap. Oh, Senna has a penalty. He will lose a bit more time here. He needs to serve it. I have Surge City with a really comfortable gap ahead of Mile here, 34 seconds. And then there's Mile, 8.5 seconds ahead of Slugsy. Slugsy is gaining a little bit on Mile here, so it might come down to under 5 seconds towards the end of the race. Oh, Senna still needed to pit. Oh, that is interesting. So what's the gap? So 13 seconds to Sir City, so he will lose that position here. So Senna down a position, so City up into P5 again. Senna now crawling down the pit lane and running on the hards here as well. Oh, how much of a gap does he have to Sir City? Probably 14 to 15 seconds when he arrives at the bus stop. And the gap behind 2 Mile will come down to, let's wait, 20 seconds around, 22. Okay, so still nothing to worry for Senna here. Oh, Slugsy lost a few tenths here, probably facing lapped traffic. And where is Nick? Nearly 30 seconds ahead now. So the end of lap 68 is where the drivers drive into the pits and do the driver swap for the next lobby. So we have a couple of laps to go on this stint, but so far looking very, very spread out on the field. Nick into the pits that early? Really? Okay, so he runs the hard tires now to the end, I guess. Where is Lucas? Lucas coming down the start finish. Oh, there was a yellow flag, but Nick stays ahead of Lucas here. It was a yellow car at the back. So 2.8 seconds the gap between Nick and Lucas. So does Lucas need to pit again and also run the hard tires? That's the question. If not, then this would be an awesome stint from Lucas to get the gap down to 2 seconds here, but and I actually can't remember if Lucas did his run on the hards. The gap is coming down between Bezo and Ismail. It was over 30 seconds the last time round, so Ismail doing a great job here. This gap also seems to be quite stable between City and Senna. Then we have the gap between Mile and Sluxy under 7 seconds now. It's coming down a little bit. And here we go, Nick is past Lucas again. No, Nick is still ahead of Lucas that way around, but Lucas caught up to Nick. Nick is on the hards. Lucas still running on a different tire compound to put on the info. Is on the soft, warm softs and low on fuel. So this, yeah, will probably mean that Lucas will need to run the hard tires at the end. So it will be roughly about 30 seconds the gap still. But this is still nice to see the top 2 cars running that close after nearly 4 hours for the moment. Nick defending this position. Not sure, does he know that Lucas needs to pit? Probably not. So should be no need to defend that position that hard, to be fair, but hey, it's still racing. It was fair move from my point of view. And how long can Nick go? Nick will go to the end. Lucas probably will pit this lap. Yeah. Lap 68, they will come into the pits and do the changeover, the driver swap. So this will be the last chance for Lucas now to do the hard tires, and exactly what he does now. So the gap to Ismail is big enough. So Lucas will keep that second position here. Just a little splash and dash, probably change onto the hards. So probably under 30 seconds the gap now to Nick when he leaves the pit. Yep. 23 seconds probably by the end of the straight. So again, a very good drive here from Lucas. Ishmael P3, Bezo P4. Oh, Bezo lost that position to Ishmael. What? I didn't catch that on stream, sorry. I'll just keep an eye on Mile and Sluxy, 6.6 seconds. So, alright, so this is now Nick approaching the final sector on his final race lap before we will see him heading into the pits and performing the driver swap. So it's not a problem if there are multiple laps down, James, so they will get the go signal as soon as they finish their race here. So everyone gets to lap 68 in this lobby. So everyone else in lobby 3 has to wait until their teammate is ready. This just means that if you're multiple laps down on the last stint, you won't get to do all the laps on the final stint. Yep, yeah, we are doing the spa laps. Yep, that's the idea behind it. So based on time, you won't be able to get this done. So it's always those stints are measured in laps that we will have about 2 hours of race time. Oh, still a close gap between Ishmael and Bezo, but Ishmael with a phenomenal stint here, putting his team into P3. I think they started P6 or 7, so very good drive here. Exactly, yeah, so stint 4 you will have the actual finishing result, unless we have some post-race penalties, of course, but this is the provisional end result, and yeah. So Ishmael now heading into the pits, P3 for Team Loose Moose Racing, DC team with Bezo, P4 now into the pits. Surge City, he had some nice battles throughout this stint here, and 30 seconds behind Bezo for Team BFER, Black Flag Racing. And as soon as this stream finishes, we will head over to Roses. He will be covering Lobby 3 as soon as he finishes this race. So we will miss the first part of Lobby 3, unfortunately. But we had some technical issues with our streamer that was supposed to help us today, so that's why we will miss a bit of the action for Lobby 3, but we will be with you there in a few minutes once this lobby is finished. So Mile P7, Sluxy 7 seconds behind in P8. Oh, there's a close one between Nikki and Jay. P9 and P10. 19 seconds behind Sluxy. And then we have West, P11 for Team the Glen. 17 seconds behind Jay. Urban Fire, he needs to run. One more lap. It's lap 68 for everyone. Wooly also needs to run to lap 68, so he has a few more miles to go on this one. And at the back, Gelf and Roses. 21 seconds the gap, so basically no change between those two drivers at the back. They probably made some ground on time towards Wooly here. So Urban Fire now is his in lap. So, yeah, 1.5 minutes nearly ahead of his ART teammate Wooly. So we'll and 2 minutes behind Vesti. 6 minutes behind Nick. So that's 3.5 laps down here. And here he comes into the pits, keeping it narrow. And he's in. Stationary and driver swap. Here comes Wooly through the bus stop. The second ART team in the JeGr F-Type Group 3 machinery. Couple more corners here for Wooly. Oh, there's also a little bit of front damage. Through the final sector now. It's left, and then into the pits for Wooly. And here he comes. And stationary, off we go in the next lobby. Gelf now. Roses made up a bit more time towards the end. 18 seconds now, but here we go into the pits for Gelf, and then it is Roses to finish this stint on the mediums into the pits, And final driver swap now will be happening. So okay, so this stint is done and dusted. Hopefully we'll see you over in the next stream in a couple of minutes once this lobby is done, so everyone now can do the final lap to finish the race, to get their race bonus. So again, great drive from Nick and also Lucas, amazing pace here, those drivers. And yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.